Hey, welcome to day 82. We are in this critical zone, as I titled this video, because it's important. We did drop just a little bit, but we did reach a new high today of this month, in this case. We reached 69,022. We just, kissed the 69,000 mark and started dropping just a little bit, but we maintain this area still. We're at the range around this Fibonacci zone, and right under this line right over here. If you're wondering what this line is, well, let me show you exactly what it is. It's the downtrend that we've been seeing since Bitcoin's all-time high back in March. March 14, we reached $73,853.75. From there, though, we have never seen that area again. We've just been trending downwards, and I'm basing it off of this moment over here when we reached 72,000. Here we reached 70,000. We did not reach anything above that since, what day was this? July 29. This was Bitcoin conference. Donald Trump endorsed Bitcoin. It reached that high. Hey, Bradley. From there, we dropped recession fears, etc., war fears, and then we've made our way back up here, and we're right next to that downtrend line again, which is what I mentioned. This uptrend has been really, really strong, as you can see. I feel like we might break to the downside just a little bit because I feel like a correction is necessary. Just one more correction is necessary before we actually take off, breaking this downtrend, liquidating a lot of shorts. This would be a massive short squeeze area around the 70,000 mark. More information on that later. And from there, easily we'll reach our all-time high. Optimism will start coming back into the market. FOMO will start kicking in. Supply shock. All of that will lead, and also Donald Trump winning the elections possibly, will lead us to probably 80,000 Bitcoin, right? By here, I'd say we might find our resistance because I really don't see any other level at this point. Let me just adjust all this. Use a dashed line and maximum thing. I think that's good, right? That's what I used before? Yeah, okay. And also 80,000. Thank you. Okay. Around that point, I would say, would be our next resistance because it can move this much within days. Like, it's not uncommon to see that from Bitcoin. Okay, moving back to smaller time frames. Yes, we did have a trade. I will review that in a second. The uptrend still remains very strong. Super trend is 65,171. Current price of Bitcoin is 68,395. So we've got a lot of room to, correct if we do need to correct if the price does break this uptrend that has been maintaining very healthy for a long time. If it does break that, we still have a chance of bouncing and continuing upwards. It's not the end of the world if we do see a correction. Or maybe, I could be totally wrong. This could be just a very strong uptrend and just break the downtrend. If we do, this zone would be cleared very easily, the 69,000 to 70,000 zone. A lot of shorts will be squeezed, is what we call it. Short squeeze, shorts liquidated. From there, easily we'll be able to make it up there again. So that's the projection for now. Let me look at the 1 hour chart. So we did enter this trade, as I mentioned. Let's check it out. So we made $222.61. We entered right here, and it went up more, of course. A 1 to 3 would have worked, and I'm upset that I was too scared to do that. Of course, Bitcoin's volatile. Of course it can reach a 1 to 3. I was probably thinking, like, what was I thinking? This line right over here, the 68,512, was what was scaring me. And originally, I was kind of right. We bounced around that area and almost went to our entry point at one point. And then we just managed to continue going upwards. So regardless, it wouldn't have mattered. But a 1 to 3 would have absolutely worked. I just didn't set it up that way, unfortunately. But still, it's a winning trade. We will take the profits. And I'll write that down right now, just before I forget to. So far this month, we're up 10%. That's due to the DCA. It's recovered everything that we've lost since September. But we're still technically down, I guess, right? $988 down. So we gotta still recover our way back up from there. This closed, I think today, 18. Yes, it did. With price did we enter? 67,549, closed at 68,504, but it could have reached 69,000 and we could have made a 1 to 3, but it's fine. We made $222.61 and paid $7 in fees. Not too bad. Take profit triggered, save that. And we're now up 12%. Our annual rate of return hits 15% as of June, right? Using, whatever I have been using. If this was in the millions, this is pretty good, and I'm possibly outperforming the S&P 500. How is the S&P 500 doing? I am curious. Am I beating the S&P 500 at least? Let me just check that. Okay, what is S&P 500? US 500, I guess. Yeah, it's a ticker from another thing. Anyway, I'll go to daily chart. Where is January 2021? I guess January 1 didn't exist, so January 2, which it opened here. Okay, from there, let me just measure how we're performing until today's date. It's a 22%, approximately, right? So no, I'm not beating the S&P 500. If you were to give me your money and I was to invest it for you, it wouldn't have you'd be better off just throwing your money in the S&P 500 at this point. But hey, I'm trying. One day I'll beat it. It's a difficult thing to defeat because this is like managed by active professional managers, so they know what they're doing. I don't. So yeah, there's that. But hey, one day. Let's continue what we got over here. Polymarket news. Donald Trump is still leading in the polls, 59% to Kamala Harris, 40%. She came back up just a little bit. It was a little bit more of a difference, right? Donald Trump was at like 64% when Kamala was at a bit lower, like 30-something. But now it's kind of evened out. Not even evened out. Like she's gained a little bit more. Not too much. Just a little bit. 2%. Yeah, of course. What does this mean here? Well, Donald Trump even noticed this stuff. He's like, oh, I noticed I'm leading in this thing called a polypolls or something. And I guess now that's a meme. He didn't call it polymarket. And even the official polymarket Twitter page pointed that out. They call it the polypoll or something. And then somebody in the crowd corrected him. It's polymarket. But yeah, I think everybody's going to call it polypoll from now on, just as a meme. Hey, remember, I don't know if I shared in the news that Dave Bautista was endorsing Kamala Harris. Dave Bautista is, of course, WWE wrestler. There he is. And so what did Trump do? He went out and got 2 WWE superstars, which is Undertaker and Kane. And he got the endorsement from both of them, of course, which big slap in the face to this trio right over here. Boom. We also got another endorsement from a famous financial advisor, Dave Ramsey, announced that he is voting for Donald Trump. Cool. Here's just some wholesome news, I guess. There's a 6-year-old that was asking Donald Trump, what's your favorite farm animal? Trump says that he loves cows, but if you vote Kamala Harris, you won't have any cows, right? I guess because kind of like what Bill Gates is into is like getting rid of the cows and, stopping the consumption of meat and making you eat the vegetarian meat, which is just a bunch of chemicals and synthetic and probably not even healthy for you than real meat. So we got to save the cows, essentially, is what he's saying. He also announced that he's likely to sue CBS and 60 Minutes for editing Kamala Harris's answers, which we've seen before already, where they ask her an actual question, the interviewer, to Kamala Harris in one of her pre-recorded interviews, mind you. And, she just gives out a word salad, completely dodging the question or just seemingly unaware of what's happening or how to even answer the question properly. And then they edit that out and they replace it with just a random clip of her just sounding more assertive, still not even answering the question. But yeah. Trump says it's the worst scandal. He thinks he's going to sue. They should lose their license for lying to the American people, is what he's saying. Cool. You see what you do with that. There's a big thing going around now that Kamala Harris is using to her advantage. She's now pointing out that Donald Trump, if you see him right over here, it looks like he's falling asleep, right? He's falling asleep at the campaign events. Apparently, it's a lie. The truth is, they digitally altered this video to make it look like Trump was sleeping. So the video blurs so you can't see Trump's face. It's one of the most blatantly false posts Kamala HQ has ever shared, and this video was blurred to make it harder to tell that Trump's eyes were actually open. This is what she posted on the Twitter. I'll try to full screen this as much as you can, and you guys be the judge. For me, I kind of see the blur, kind of. They say an exhausted Trump appears to be falling asleep during his campaign event. And from there, like that's new material for her. Oh, look, Trump is unfit for office because he falls asleep. Well, didn't Joe Biden also always fall asleep? And literally, like, that guy he's still, like, yeah, completely unaware. And she's been covering him during his whole presidency this past 4 years, saying, no, he's totally fine. His cognitive ability is perfect and everything, until Trump dragged him into a debate and proved to the world, like, this guy has no idea what he's doing in office. And they eventually had to kick him out of the race and replace Joe Biden with Kamala Harris. And now Kamala Harris is using that, like, see, now Trump is the guy that's falling asleep kind of a thing. I don't think that's going to work. People are already pointing her out on, calling her out on that. She's expressed it over here as well. I've been hearing reports that Trump's team, at least, is saying that he's suffering from exhaustion. If he's exhausted being on the campaign trail, is he fit to do the job? Like, come on. That's just very hypocritical, especially considering she was covering up for Joe Biden during the past 4 years, as I mentioned. Trump also commented on this as he exited this plane when he arrived in Michigan. A reporter asked him, she said, Kamala says you're exhausted and that's why you're canceling events. Trump says, I haven't canceled. She doesn't go to any events. She's a loser. She didn't even show up for the Catholics last night. It was insulting. All they are is sound bites. That's what he replied to that. And he's also right. Kamala Harris did not show up to the, what do they call it? The Al Smith dinner, where, it's Donald Trump, some Republicans, and a lot of Democrats just having a nice dinner, telling a couple jokes. Here's one of my favorites. He said, unfortunately, Governor Walz isn't here himself, but don't worry, he'll say that he was, implying that he has stolen valor, because he did mention before that he fought in Afghanistan or Iraq or something, one of those wars, but turns out he didn't. He was just in Italy or something. And same thing with China, where, stolen valor, right? He'll say that he was there, but in reality he wasn't, and he's making a joke about that on this dinner. So same thing with Kamala Harris. She was also not at this dinner, but everybody else, a lot of the major Democrats were there. And yeah, they were just cracking jokes. It's all just a wholesome dinner, it seems like. Elon Musk is also pointing out, that Kamala Harris is just pulling off a bunch of lies at this point. Here's when he reacted to Kamala Harris's claim that there are no active duty soldiers deployed in combat zones. She said that during a debate, and I also showed the video of, like, literal US soldiers watching that video on active duty together, watching the debate, and then being like, then what are we doing here? What? Like, they're flipping out at that point. Elon Musk says, can you believe that was said? I know a whole bunch of them. What are you talking about? That's a shameful, terrible lie, and she wasn't even fact-checked, which is also a major thing. She was so disrespectful to Americans, putting their lives at risk, he later on pointed out in a tweet. Also talking about, this is for the poll's new Real Clear Politics No Toss-Ups map now shows Donald Trump flipping Wisconsin against Kamala Harris. 312 compared to 226. Elon Musk said this trend will continue. Usually the Democrat ground game is far better than Republican one, but not this time. What's amazing is that Democrats are massively outspending Republicans in swing states. They have the mainstream, aka legacy media, almost completely on their side, and they are endorsed by a zillion celebrities, and they're still losing, is what he's pointing out. Fair enough, it makes sense. Here's also just a weird thing for Kamala Harris to say at one of her rallies over here, her campaign events. She was talking about, fear-mongering about abortion, and then somebody shouts in the crowd, "Jesus is Lord." And then she replies, "Oh, I think you guys are at the wrong rally." Implying that Christians are not welcome in Kamala's Democrat Party. Possibly, I don't know. That's what Charlie Kirk pointed out here. Because she did indeed say that, like, she said, if you guys want the smaller rally, it's like down the road, I guess referring to a church or something nearby. Yeah. She was not happy that she was interrupted when somebody said Jesus is Lord. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Look at this as well. I want to see if I can play this clip. If you can hear it. So the point of this video is that it's literally her repeating the exact same lines. And look at the hand movement. It's also literally the same when she's saying never again, never again. Like it's literally the exact same. Just further proving that everything is just scripted from her. She's not genuine. She's always reading off a teleprompter. I wouldn't agree if somebody like this was going for president. Me personally, no. But anyway, of course, the Democrats are always saying their campaign is all about vibes and joy. But now, after like that interview she had with, it was with Fox News, that guy, I forget his name, but it was apparently so bad for her that now she's changing techniques, right? She's now she's making herself appear more assertive, more shouting and screaming. It says, like, in reality, Kamala is yelling again. She's overcompensating because she is weak, and men of all races are refusing to vote for her. And, yeah, it's just ruining her campaign at this point. Failing campaign, that's what it looks like. Yeah, well, I kind of agree with that. Moving on, Canada news. Trudeau government says Palestinians who flee to Canada will receive transitional financial assistance and supports to help cover basic needs such as shelter, food, and clothing. So if you're Palestinian, come on to Canada. It will be great over here. You're getting free money. And then this comment sums up my thoughts. What about the Canadian seniors and veterans living out on tents or in the streets? Canada has to be put first. Why are we prioritizing these people? We should stop doing that. But that's what the left government will always do. So congratulations. This country will not succeed in that sense. Moving on to a better country, Russian President Putin says he's ready to help bring peace to the situation between Iran and Israel. Mainly all NATO leaders mentioned that, like, okay, now with the death of this man, the Sinwar Hamas leader, confirmed that he is dead, all of these NATO countries are saying, okay, you know what? Now's the time to talk about peace in the Middle East. Right, guys? Right? Gaza said, well, the Hamas terrorists, the other Hamas terrorists in Gaza, they said, no, we're still not going to release the hostages. So, well, there you go. That's your answer. Even though their leader is dead, they're still just going to continue being themselves, it seems like. Speaking about the, well, not the Middle Eastern war, but there's also the other war in Ukraine. Putin declares that NATO is at war with Russia using Ukrainian soldiers, right? It's like NATO is using Ukraine as a proxy against Russia, as it says. Like, and a lot of people agree with that, it seems. Russia is also using BRICS. They will be, of course, like, with BRICS, they will use digital currencies for investment developments, is what they're also saying, which is good for crypto, possibly. And I already shared the news about them using BRICS Pay. It's going to be coming out soon. That's still in development. You're going to get like a card that you'll be able to use as a BRICS payment system. Apparently it's in Russian rubles. At least the concept of it is at the moment. So nothing's confirmed as of yet. But that's cool. Remember, I also shared that Kim Jong-un was sending a lot of North Korean soldiers over to Russia to help fight the Ukrainians. Well, it's kind of confirmed. We have video footage of that right here. That apparently this is a large number of Korean soldiers arriving in Russia and preparing to enter Ukraine to fight in the war. So people are always obviously asking, WTF is North Korea doing in Russia? That's 12,000 troops deployed. So the South Korean intelligence confirmed that already. North Korean soldiers, including special forces, are now in Russia, preparing to fight in Ukraine. According to Yonhap News, these troops have formed 4 combat brigades and are training in eastern Russia for deployment. North Korea is now directly involved in the war, strengthening the dangerous Russia-North Korea-Iran alliance. Of course, China is also part of that alliance. It's if we have a war, we already know what the two sides are going to be, right? That's the big point of all this, and I really don't know. I don't want that to happen at all, of course. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, this is how they are recruiting people. This is how they find people to fight for Zelensky and NATO. There's mass kidnapping of their own people. Obviously, it's not good, and we need this to just the wars to end. Trump will fix that, so vote Trump. All right, moving on. BlackRock has bought over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin this week. Source, trust me, bro. Check this out. Let it load. So here's the inflows of the Bitcoin ETFs. Remember yesterday, I feel like I say this every day, but I say, remember yesterday when we still don't know whether BlackRock inflowed on the current day? Well, the next day I cover how much they inflowed yesterday, and they inflowed another 309 million. Do the math. 379, well, 80 million, sorry. These are millions of dollars, okay? Let me actually give you a precise calculation. 79.5 plus 288.8 plus 393.4 plus 309. That's 1,000 millions, which is $1 billion. $1,070 million worth of inflows in literally just 14, 15, 16, 17, 4 days. $1 billion inflow for Bitcoin. That's why we've seen such a massive price increase, because these ETFs have been inflowing so much. In total, it's a lot more, of course, because there's other ETFs also contributing, albeit not so much, but still quite a decent amount regardless. Even Grayscale is inflowing, which should make us all smile. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll sell it off in the future. Why were they always selling? Well, it seems like they're inflowing now because they probably know that this is going to start skyrocketing soon. They still sold a total of $20 billion. BlackRock has inflowed a total of $22 billion. With the help of the other ETFs, it's a total of $20 billion worth of inflows just off of the ETFs, which is why ETFs can be good. We're seeing a lot of volume coming into Bitcoin from their end. It's not good when they're all selling. Well, mainly it's just Grayscale, the biggest seller. On average, they are the seller, right? The Grayscale ETF. Okay, that's all I wanted to show. In total, they bought $470.5 million today. In the last 4 days, they bought 27,000 Bitcoins. BlackRock alone has bought over $1 billion. Grayscale has experienced its second best inflow day, right? And the Bitcoin ETFs have accumulated 60 days of Bitcoin's newly mined supply. Of course, that supply shock is coming. What's going to happen when, the miners say, okay, I'm running out of Bitcoin to sell you if you guys keep on buying all my Bitcoin supply? Or what about the exchanges when they say, okay, we're running out of Bitcoins and you guys keep buying? What's going to happen? Prices go up a lot, pump incoming, and we might see 100K very soon. 80K when Trump wins, 100K end of year. That's what I'm expecting in US dollar. Liquidation alert, of course, a Bitcoin hits 72,462, which is close to its all-time high, 72,462. Where I have this line drawn over here. If we do reach this, do you know how much liquidation is going to happen from the shorters? It's $33 billion worth of shorts from here to there. That is a lot of money, all right? Just this price surge that we've seen from this last 4 days is, mainly due to BlackRock's inflows of $1 billion. Just see how much of a difference $1 billion inflow can do to the market. right? Of course, there's obviously more factors involved. There's obviously more whales also buying, but still, just add on to that $33 billion that will have to be repurchased at these levels, 70 something thousands. Yeah, that's just gonna it's gonna explode, right? That's why I'm confident when we break this downtrend, a lot of buying optimism will happen. All of these shorts will be liquidated, and I mean, we're just gonna skyrocket from there. It's just a matter of, right now there's a lot of shorts piling up and pressuring to the downside. They don't want this to go up because they wanted to make one last dip so that they can take some profits and reduce the amount of shorts that would be liquidated, because those are not going to stay there forever. They're expecting it to drop. That's why they're shorting the price. They're selling it. So, I mean, I don't know if the impulse is strong enough to the upside, it's going to explode. So that's why I'm confident that this is a critical zone, and all this inflow from the ETFs, all these short squeezes that are going to happen, it's going to be great. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. Canada is one of the most overworked countries in the world. I just saw this chart and thought it was interesting. Most overworked countries. This is based off of average hours worked by employees in 2023, so last year. We got Mexico first place, Costa Rica, Chile, Greece, Israel, South Korea, Canada, Croatia, Malta, and Romania, ranging from 2,200 hours per week. Wait, per week or in total? No, of course not in a week. In total, I guess. Sorry. And Romania, 1,826. Still? Really? That doesn't seem right. Sure. Well, according to this, source is there. Our favorite insider trader, Nancy Pelosi, has made $24 million in the stock market in 2024, as per some estimates. And compared to the rest of Congress, if you want to twist your neck, not this picture, Nancy Pelosi is the one who made the most. Then you have Mitt Romney, and then a bunch of randoms like Mark Warner, Rick Scott, Mitch McConnell, Pete Ricketts, Sheldon Whitehouse, Sarah Jacobs, Josh Gottheimer. Yeah, I'm not going to read the whole list, of course, because I don't even know these people. Oh, Ted Cruz is down there too. But yeah, these politicians with insider information make millions in the stock market. This is on a scale from 25 million to 5 million. This is probably like 1 or 2 million. And this is like how many people? I don't even know. All these people making millions in the stock market with likely insider information. Nancy Pelosi, of course, with the most privileged information. And of course, nobody's punishing her. She's doing just fine. Yeah, that's all we know. In Toronto, there was arrests made after there was gunshots fired at a Toronto Jewish girls' school. I think that's like the third time now that a Jewish school has been targeted, and this time, like, this was also a Jewish girls' school that happened before as well, I think. I don't know if it's the exact same one, but I remember covering this kind of news before. So, okay, there was gunshots again, and this time they managed to arrest the people who were behind it. We don't have any name or picture yet, so that still is pending to be released by the Toronto police. And the last bit of news is this viral TikToker, Life and Scars, has reportedly passed away due to an overdose. I remember seeing a TikTok or two of his. I don't have TikTok myself, but I've just seen clips of it online. It's mainly like on one of those like Zoom trolling sessions where people get access to online Zoom classes, and then they would just play clips of this guy just completely interrupting the class, and it was pretty funny. But yeah, apparently he died of an overdose. Unfortunate for him. Very sad news. And that's all. There we go. Let's review the rest of the markets. I don't have any open positions, and I can't find a position in Bitcoin at the moment. Let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum, no position either. It is $2,638.15. It's up 0.77% today. Market in general is green, a little bit at least. Solana is up 2.16%. Price is $154.64. We're technically in an uptrend. Do we have a swing? Not at the moment, it seems like. Nope, we're currently heading downwards, so we ignore that. Binance is up 0.88%. Price of it is practically $600. $599.67. Yeah, it really likes the 600 zone, doesn't it? So we are technically in an uptrend. Do we have any swing? We did. Would I take this? At the moment, no. Or would I? I feel like I might. I would for like a longer trade. But how would I do this without breaking what my strategy is? Because I would have to put my stop loss like below this candle right over here. And I hate that. Because I feel like it's so likely to hit that. I would like to put it like below this one. What is this? Why did this candle happen? Why did this drop of 0.35% happen? Strange. Will it even continue upwards? So tomorrow is also Saturday. That's the problem. It's not going to move too much. I would probably avoid trading at this time. I'd like to trade like Sunday evenings would probably be at a better time because that's when the market starts reviving. China market opens. Those guys got a lot of money, so that's probably when we'll start seeing some movement. So at the moment, no, I will not enter Binance. SUI is up 2.72%. Currently headed downwards at the moment, though. I like the movements of this. You see the swings are pretty perfect. Okay. What are we looking at in the 1 hour chart? It's priced at $2.09. No entry at the moment. We'll leave that there then. How about top gainers today? I'm pretty sure I saw... Okay, Axie Infinity is up 12%. Isn't this like, this is a game, right? Yeah, play to earn game. Okay. Athena, what is Athena again? Give me a reminder. What is this? Come on. Is a synthetic dollar protocol built on Ethereum. Ew, that will provide a crypto-native solution for money that is not reliant on traditional banking system infrastructure, alongside a globally accessible dollar-denominated savings instrument, the Internet Bond. Isn't that... I don't know what that is. Sounds so generic for cryptocurrency. I've never operated Athena. I don't know what it is, so at the moment I'll avoid it, but it's interesting to see them all go up. It's up 12%, Ondo 9%, WorldCoin also 9%, and Beam 9%. 7% up, we got Pendle, Gala, and Helium. I've done Pendle before. I don't remember if I did good or bad on it. Let me check. That's why I have this stuff written down. It's good. Or maybe it was Pyth. No, I'm pretty sure it was Pendle that I entered at one point. I don't remember when, though. I entered EGLD. Can I search Pendle? What is the ticker? It's literally just Pendle. Okay. No, it doesn't exist. Okay, cool. Never mind. It was all a dream. Can I get rid of this prompt? Thank you. Alright, there. I'll save that. Go back. 6% movers. We got Mog, first on Ethereum, and Brett, meme coins. 5% marks. We got Thorchain, Rune, Immutable X, Starknet, and Flow. 4% movers, we got a lot. Caspa, Theta, Internet Computer, Notcoin, Multiverse, Jupiter, ASI, Chainlink, Algorand, Ordi, Dogecoin, everything else basically. Pepe and BitGets token. Oh, speaking of, well, technically other exchanges, I do kind of want to open a new account on a new exchange because don't put your eggs all in one basket kind of deal. And also like just to see what other exchanges have to offer that maybe BingX doesn't. I don't know what the fees will be like. Of course, I'll have to double check. I'm mainly thinking, I think it's BitUnix. Hey, and if possible, I'll probably stream myself opening a demo account on that so I can start operating on that. I don't know which user interface will be best, but we'll see. If they do have TradingView incorporated, then that would be pretty lit. But at the moment, I don't know. Top losers today is BitTensor, Tau, Bitcoin Cash, Mantra, Celestia, Unus Sed Leo. What even is this? I always see it. Token burn mechanism, monthly bait. Okay, whatever. I'm bored. Tron, Maker, Mantle. That was also top losers, but barely anything. In general, the markets are up today, so We'll leave it at that. Fart coin is up 10,000% if you're interested in fart coin. Gosh, what are these guys doing? It's on Solana. Crazy, it pumped so much. It's not even worth a penny. Total liquidity is 328. Is like the okay, no, the market cap is what I'm looking for. 5 million, almost $6 million. I don't know. Seems sketchy. It seems like this is just a wealth transfer at this point. That's gonna rug pull eventually. Possibly, I don't know. Klaus is a trending coin. It's number 643. I'm assuming it's a meme coin because this looks terrible. What even is this? Oh my god, is it too late to buy Klaus? No. I mean, yeah, it is too late. Don't buy this. Mein Freund. Okay, it's German or something. I'm a meme. This isn't just another meme coin. 9. This is a whole fishbowl. Just like I dominated the ski slopes before CIA got involved, but you don't give a shit about me. Ja, I'm swimming toward my... Okay, cool. Whatever. That's enough of that. Yeah. How is Binance doing? Did it drop? No, it rose. Okay, well, now I'm interested in buying it. Of course, after it rose. Was it here that I was about to buy? I think so. I'm going to just draw it out, but I'm not going to enter this. I just want to see what happens. So let's just say I entered here. I don't want my stop loss to be here. I want it to be down here, but I'll double check that if it ever gets to that point. Let me just get the calculator. If ATR is, what are we doing? Subtracting 0.4881. So that's our new stop loss. And if we're doing risk reward 1 to 2, I would use 1 to 2 in this case because it's not a very volatile coin. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. It's likely to hit a stop loss in my opinion. Cool, that's what it would have looked like if I would have entered, but I did not. I don't feel like entering it. It's hit the 600 mark, so good for Binance. I really want to put more coins up here now. We just need more options, it seems like. Toncoin is still 10th. How is Sui doing? It's number 18, so it dropped a position from 17. Seems like Near Protocol overtook it. It's only $100 million difference from these two, so pretty close. 200 million approximately from Unus Sed Leo. Weird coin, honestly. And from there, how much till it overtakes the rest? Still got a long way to go. So I feel like we're still early to enter Sui, if it's still at this point. Because this is actually like a strong contender against Solana. Let me read this. Is a groundbreaking layer 1 blockchain platform designed to support the needs of global adoption by what is Solana? I don't remember if it's... I'm pretty sure it's a layer 2. How do I check? What makes Solana unique? I could probably just look it up, right? Is Solana layer 1? Yeah, it is a layer 1. Okay, so I'm just not using my brain today. Okay, of course it's layer 1. What am I talking about? Layer 2 is something like Polygon or Ethereum. Is Ethereum layer 2? Is Ethereum layer 2? Ethereum and Bitcoin are both layer 1. Okay. Layer 2 is Polygon because it uses Ethereum's network. Not anymore now. Polygon is Polygon layer 2. Polygon is a layer 2, yeah, because it uses Ethereum. But now they switched over to Matic. Well, not Matic, sorry. Gosh, Solana. That's why. They changed from Matic to Pol. That's why they had that name change and everything. Same thing with Phantom. Phantom, which will now be renamed to Sonic. It's becoming... Wait, no, that's not it. It's Phantom layer 1. Phantom's layer 1. Sonic Labs. Okay, it's because they changed over to Sonic. That makes more sense. Yeah, anyways, that's all. That's all we have for today. In general, upside prevails, uptrend prevails. I don't see any chance of us changing directions. unless we see a lot of slowdown. It's going to be Saturday. Oh, okay, actually, this might be interesting. Saturdays are slow. We might see just some lateral ability, which will break this uptrend, is what I would assume. And then come like Sunday evening, we'll start testing out this zone right over here. And then Monday, maybe all-time high. Maybe I'm becoming too optimistic. Or maybe we just drop completely. That could just be the other scenario, of course. The only other scenario, of course. But on like we already know, Saturdays are slow, so we might just see some flatness going on, right? Not too much movement. Sunday evening is when we'll see a confirmation as to where exactly we'll be headed. All right, that being said, I think I'm good to end the stream, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow if I'm doing nothing. I'm pretty sure I'm doing nothing tomorrow.